Nothing, sir. It was the window, sir. I go round at night to see that they are fastened.
On the second floor.
Sir, all the windows.
Look here, Barrymore, we have made up our minds to have the truth out of you, so it will save you trouble to tell it sooner rather than later. Come, now, no lies. What were you doing at that window?
I was doing no harm, sir. I was holding a candle to the window.
And why were you holding a candle to the window?
Don't ask me, don't ask me. I give you my word, sir, that it is not my secret, and that I cannot tell it. If it concerned no one but myself, I would not try to keep it from you.
Wait, 1 minute, Sir Henry, he was hovering that candle over the window. Maybe it is a signal. Let's check.
No, sir.
Hey, Sir Henry, there's a light there on the moor which is signaling back.
No, sir, it is nothing. Nothing at all. I assure you, sir.
Now, you rascal, do you deny that it is a signal? Come, speak up. Who is your confederate out yonder, and what is this conspiracy that is going on?
It is my business, and not yours. I will not tell.
Then you leave my employment right away.
Very good, sir. If I must, I must.
And you go in disgrace. By thunder, you may well be ashamed of yourself. Your family has lived with mine for over 100 years under this roof, and here I find you deep in some dark plot against me. At that moment, Mrs. Barrymore came in the kitchen.
No, sir. No, not against you.
We have to go, Eliza. This is the end of it. You can pack our things.
Oh, John, have I brought you to this? It is my doing, Sir Henry, all mine. He has done nothing except for my sake and because I asked him.
Speak out, then. What does it mean?
My unhappy brother is starving on the moor. We cannot let him perish at our very gates. The light is a signal to him that food is ready for him, and his light out yonder is to show the spot to which to bring it.
Then your brother is
the escaped convict, Sir Selden, the criminal.
That's the truth. I said that it was not my secret and that I could not tell it to you. But now you have heard it, and you will see that if there was a plot, it was not against you.
Selden is your brother?
Yes, sir.
Well, Barrymore, just forget what I said, and go to sleep. We'll talk about it tomorrow morning. Barrymore and Mrs. Barrymore went out of the kitchen. What do you think? How far is the place from where Selden is signaling back? Out by the cleft door, I think. He might have started a fire there which we can see now as a light from here. Well, it cannot be far if Barrymore had to carry out the food to it. And he is waiting, this villain, beside that fire. By thunder, Watson, I am going out to take that man. I will come. Then, let's go. Come on, Sir Henry. The light is coming from this direction, Sir Henry. Yeah, I think we are near. What's that? I don't know. It's a sound they have on the moor. I heard it once before. Watson, it was a cry of a hound. What do they call this sound? Who? The people on the moor. They say that this is the cry of the hound of Baskerville's waiting for its prey. A hound it was, but it seemed to come from miles away. Over yonder, I think, and yet it was one thing to laugh about it in London, and it is another to stand out here in the darkness of the moor and to hear such a cry as that. And my uncle, there was the footprint of the hound beside him as he lay. It all fits together. I don't think that I am a coward, Watson, but that sound seemed to freeze my very blood. Feel my hand. Shall we turn back? No, by thunder, we have come out to get our man, and we will do it. We after the convict, and a hellhound, as likely as not, after us. Come on, we'll see it through if all the fiends of the pit were loose upon the moor. See over there, Sir Henry.
You can't catch me.
Selden, hurry Sir Henry, he's running. Common, Watson, we can do this. Let's search for him. Look, he's there running away. We can't get him, now Sir Henry. Look there. Oh, Watson, where did the man go? He must have walked off when the thunder struck. We've missed the man and Selden too. Yeah, I don't see any point in staying here now. We should return to Baskerville Hall. Ah well, good morning Watson.
Good morning, Sir Henry.
What are you thinking?
It's just a hunch, but I think that the mysterious man we saw yesterday night on the cliff may be the one shadowing you in London, and whom Holmes and I saw in the cab.
I wonder if your theory is right. Well, I'm going for a walk.
On the moor.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to follow me.
He went away, but I need to follow him for his welfare. I followed Sir Henry and he straight headed towards the glade of the moor. I followed him continuously and hid in the glade so he couldn't see me. I saw Miss Stapleton and Sir Henry talking. I couldn't hear anything but could see everything that was going on. I was watching all that was going on. But suddenly I realized that I was not the only audience to the show. I saw a green net, waving over the horizon, and quickly caught a glimpse of the upper portion of Stapleton's angry face. Beware, Sir Henry. Stop it, Sir Henry. Stapleton went off with Miss Stapleton and I ran and caught up with Sir Henry.
Hola, Watson. Where have you dropped from? You don't mean to say that you came after me in spite of all?
I was worried of your welfare. What happened here? I saw everything but couldn't hear from the distance.
I tell you, Watson, I've only known her these few weeks, but from the first I just felt that she was made for me. And she, too. She was happy when she was with me, and that'll swear. There's a light in a woman's eyes that speaks louder than words. But he has never let us get together, and it was only today for the first time that I saw a chance of having a few words with her alone. She was glad to meet me, but when she did it was not love that she would talk about, and she wouldn't have let me talk about it either if she could have stopped it. She kept coming back to it that this was a place of danger, and that she would never be happy until I had left it. I told her that since I had seen her I was in no hurry to leave it, and that if she really wanted me to go, the only way to work it was for her to arrange to go with me. With that I offered in as many words to marry her, but before she could answer, down came this brother of hers, running at us with a face on him like a madman. He was just white with rage, and those light eyes of his were blazing with fury. What was I doing with the lady? How dared I offer her attentions which were distasteful to her? Did I think that because I was a baronet I could do what I liked? If he had not been her brother I should have known better how to answer him. As it was I told him that my feelings towards his sister were such as I was not ashamed of, and that I hoped that she might honor me by becoming my wife. That seemed to make the matter no better, so then I lost my temper too, and I answered him rather more hotly than I should perhaps, considering that she was standing by. So it ended by his going off with her, as you saw.
We'll better return to Baskerville Hall now.
Stapleton has came to see you, Sir Henry.
Send him in.
I've came to apologize to you for the morning's episode, Sir Henry. My sister is everything in my life. We have always been together, and according to my account I have been a very lonely man with only her as a companion, so that the thought of losing her was really terrible to me. I had not understood that you were becoming attached to her, but when I saw with my own eyes that it was really so, and that she might be taken away from me, it gave me such a shock that for a time I was not responsible for what I said or did. I was very sorry for all that had passed, and I recognized how foolish and how selfish it was that I should imagine that I could hold a beautiful woman like my sister to myself for her whole life. If she had to leave me I had rather it was to a neighbor like you than to anyone else. But in any case it is a blow to me, and it would take me some time before I could prepare myself to meet it. I would withdraw all opposition upon my part if you would promise for 3 months to let the matter rest and to be content with cultivating the lady's friendship during that time without claiming her love.
Very well, Stapleton.
I invite you to Merripit House for dinner day after tomorrow.
I and Dr. Watson will certainly come.
Stapleton left and Barrymore told me that he wanted to talk to me.
Sir, I know something about Sir Charles' death.
Do you know how he died?
No, sir.
What then?
I know why he was at the gate at that hour. It was to meet a woman.
To meet a woman. He.
Yes, sir.
And the woman's name?
I can't give you the name, sir, but I can give you the initials. Her initials were LL.
How do you know this, Barrymore?
Well, sir, Sir Charles had a letter that morning. He had usually a great many letters, for he was a public man and well known for his kind heart, so that everyone who was in trouble was glad to turn to him. But that morning, as it chanced, there was only this one letter, so I took the more notice of it. It was from Coombe Tracy, and it was addressed in a woman's hand. I thought no more of the matter, and never would have done had it not been for my wife. Only a few weeks ago she was cleaning out Sir Charles's study. It had never been touched since his death, and she found the ashes of a burned letter in the back of the grate. The greater part of it was charred to pieces, but one little slip, the end of a page, hung together, and the writing could still be read, though it was grey on a black ground. It seemed to us to be a postscript at the end of the letter, and it said, "Please, please, as you are a gentleman, burn this letter, and be at the gate by 10 o'clock." Beneath it was signed the initials LL.
I wonder who this L is. A new suspect.